APC and federal government deceive Nigerians on subsidy. The angst against the increase in the pump price of petrol continued yesterday, with pro-labor civil society organizations on the X of Joint Action Front (JAF) faulting the federal government's claim of having spent 10.413 trillion on subsidy in the past 13 years. JAF contended that the present government had, in 2016, told Nigerians that subsidy had been removed after jacking up the pump price of petrol from 86.50 to 145 per litre. Corroborating JAF, the Trade Union Congress (TUC) said the ruling party had, during its campaign in 2015, said fuel should not sell for more than 34 naira per litre, wondering why the federal government is now hiding under the umbrella of subsidy to inflict more pains on Nigerians. He said this regime, like previous regimes since 1999, is an agent of international capital. The regime, by its pronouncement that over 10 trillion was spent on fuel subsidy, must be exposed for its lies and atrocities. First, on May 11, 2016, the Buhari regime, in its defense of fuel price hike from 86.50 to 145 per litre of petrol, claimed that it had removed subsidy from all petroleum products, kerosene, diesel and petrol. Following the protest against by the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and JAF against the fuel price hike from May 18th to May 20, 2016, which the regime massively repressed, it sponsored a decisive conference of civil society organization (COS) at Lagos Airport Hotel, Ikeja on May 23, 2016. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources and Minister of Communication were supervisors of the government side, while the current Minister of State for Labour, who was then a part of the CSOs, acted as the go-between facilitators of the conference. The premeditated conference, which was aimed at scuttling the mass resistance, assured that total removal of subsidy would be of immense benefit to Nigeria and Nigerians. The government told us that the gains and differential between 86.50 and 145 would be saved for the provision of social welfare services to Nigerians and repair of the nation's refineries. The government equally promised that the fund will be jointly managed by its committee and CSOs. If we may ask, if the regime has removed subsidy since May 11, 2016 till August 2020, how come it is now floating a non-existent figure of subsidy expenditure in trillions of naira? Rather than being hoodwinked by his regime, we should ask the regime to declare the total amount of unpaid subsidies of the differential between 86.50 and 145 saved from May 11th, 2016 to August 2020, which we strongly believe may have been looted. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, it is deceitful. See, this administration has been deceiving us right from the period they assumed office. All the promises that they made all fell on lies. All their promises just end up in paper. I'm telling you this. So see, let me tell you something. This administration is the worst in all administration. I'm telling you the truth. See all the promises. Out of all the promises, the only promise that I know that was kept is putting in the agricultural sector to a stable stage and also working on roads. That's all. Aside from these two things, the rest things were not paid attention to. I'm telling you, and that is why we are having problem now. Look at petroleum, which happens to be the mainstay of the Nigerian economy. See what we are going through. I remember vividly how this administration, how the president of this country, Muhammad Buhari, led a protest when Goodluck Jonathan also did the same in his administration. When Jonathan also removed subsidy, I know what this same administration said. I know what the president said. I know what he agitated for. I know his action, the action he took. Now he's doing the same. He's doing the same. Huh? My viewers, this is a complete blackmail. This administration is blackmailing the citizens. I'm telling you the truth. They are blackmailing the citizens with their fake manifesto. Fake manifesto. I'm telling you. For how long do we continue like this? For how long are we going to continue with this fake life? With this deceitful life? For how long? For how long? They keep telling us lies upon lies. Cheating on us. What are we going to do? If we decide that, okay, with that we want to protest over it, before you know it, they will throw the person into jail. They'll throw the person into jail, telling you that you don't have a, you're not supposed to talk. But we are in a democracy that encourages freedom of speech. That encourages freedom of speech. My viewers, you can see what we are going through. In fact, I will tell you that we are in a jail. We are in Nigerian jail. That is where we are. Like, seriously. How can you see something and you are not happy with it, and you decide to speak up against it, and someone will challenge you and say that you don't have a say? You saw injustice and you decide to speak against the injustice. They will get hold of you and throw you inside prison. Is it right? Is that right? My viewers, this administration is treating us like people in the military regime. But we are not a military regime. This is civilian regime. And this regime encourages freedom of expression, freedom of speech. And besides, the Nigerian law and constitution gives the right to citizens to come up and speak if discover any injustice in the country. So why? Why all this treatment? Why all this blackmail? Why? What have we done to deserve this? Nigerians, we really need to speak up. We really need to challenge the president. We need to let him know that we know what is happening, that we no longer want this intimidation, that this intimidation must come to stop. It must come to stop, because if it doesn't come to stop, I tell you, Nigerians will no longer find it easy. See poverty everywhere. See people going out begging. We now have corporate beggars on street. They go on suit. Some go on agbada. Yes, begging. You've not seen anything. That is hunger. That's what hunger causes. My viewers, what's your take on this news? Please don't hesitate to leave them below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.